Hello and welcome to CWTC Get Connected Community Podcast, where we share experience, highlight local services, challenge stigma, and raise awareness about important issues affecting our communities. Today we are talking about something that affects every one of us: mental health, well-being and therapy. Looking after our mental health is just as important as looking after physical health, yet many people still find it difficult to talk about or know where we need to get this support. To help us understand more, I am delighted to welcome Rabiya Azami, Senior Psychological Wellbeing Practitioner, and Abby Jackson, Psychological Wellbeing Practitioner at NHS Oldham Talking Therapies, part of Pennine Care NHS Foundation Trust. Welcome both of you.
Thank you.
How are you?
Hi, good. Thank you.
Is it getting cooler?
Yes.
Well, thank you for making time for us, valuable time. And I'm sure you will enlighten us for the fantastic work that you do. So tell us about yourself, what you do as a career, and the work that you're involved in this service.
Yeah, so my name's Abby. I'm a psychological wellbeing practitioner. So that basically just means that I'm trained to work with kind of people experiencing like low mood and anxiety and offer sort of therapy and support to them. I've been working in the Oldham service for a couple of years, and before that I did my training in the Tameside service, but I've always been really interested in mental health and supporting people. So
I'm Bia, and I have worked in mental health for a long time, but in talking therapies for over 10 years, both Halifax and within Oldham. And it's a really good part of it. It's so nice to be part of the community and to be able to support people with things like their well-being.
So what's inspired both of you to do this?
So I first kind of did like a psychology sort of GCSE in high school, and straight away I was really interested in the mental health side of things, and I've always knew that I wanted to support other people, so I kind of got into it from there, ended up doing psychology as a degree, and then found out about the idea of being a psychological wellbeing practitioner and what that means, and just found it really interesting, so got into it that way. Yeah.
What about you?
Both from experience of the community, I think especially within my community, there's such a big stigma around getting support. So I think that's something I've always wanted to try and help. But then try different fields. I've tried working with older adults, I've tried working with eating disorders, and this is definitely, I think, where my passion lies.
What language, other language you speak?
I wish you did. Don't. I wish you did. My mother always tried to teach me.
No. Wonderful. Okay. So what do we actually mean by mental health wellbeing and therapy then?
I think even that phrase mental health can deter a lot of people from wanting to get support.
Sure.
But to me, we all absolutely have mental health. Like we all have physical health, and it's just at what point your mental health's at. So you could have physical health, you could be an athlete, you could be like in the World Cup, you could be great, or you could be to the lower end of your physical health where you're having a dip. Absolutely the same with mental health, that you could have somebody who's very resilient, they're sleeping well, they're eating well, they're feeling, they've got good self-esteem, managing day to day, versus that kind of other end of the continuum where someone might be feeling quite low or anxious, not sleeping, not eating, not focusing, wanting to hide themselves away. And we all kind of flip between the two depending on where we're at. It might be having a good day, a bad day, or something horrible's happened.
Sure.
We're more towards the dip end. But then when we talk about getting support for mental health, it's more towards that dip end of actually things around me aren't working out well, how do I get support? And that's where we would come in with therapy. Got anything to add, sorry.
Well, anything to add on that?
No, I think just generally, in terms of like what we mean by therapy, I guess it can mean lots of different things, and we offer several different forms of therapy, don't we, kind of within the service, depending on what it is that somebody is experiencing and struggling with. So yeah, it can mean several different things, I guess.
It's about you helping them develop coping skills, isn't it?
Really?
Yeah.
And make those positive changes that they need.
Absolutely helping someone to help themselves.
Yeah. Wonderful. So what's a common misconception then about therapy that you wish more people should understand?
I guess just building a little bit on what we were just saying there about, because I think a common misconception can be that therapy is just about maybe offloading and kind of talking about how we feel, and although that is part of it and that is sometimes helpful,
And it's not always about serious
it's not
people, is
always
it?
about that. Yeah, I mean, it can, what's kind of it's the main focus of it is, like you were saying, is kind of learning coping strategies, learning how to manage better. And it's a little bit like, I guess, if you were to go to see a physio, or if you went to see a PT at the gym, where, you know, they'll tell you things that are helpful, and obviously if you take that on board, then you're able to make positive changes and you're going to get a lot out of it. So it's a little bit the same as that it's important that you put into it and kind of work on those strategies, and that's kind of what the main aim of therapy is
And
making
you don't
those
have to wait
changes.
until it becomes overwhelming, do you?
Absolutely right, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. I think
Get in
it's...
touch as quickly as you can.
Yeah, exactly. We offer support for people with sort of mild to moderate, you know, mental health difficulties. So yeah, absolutely, don't wait until it gets kind of really bad before you access support.
Thank you. So what's your favourite way of delivering therapy?
I think for me, I wouldn't say I have a favourite way necessarily, but
And
one
maybe
thing
that
that
can
I do.
combine with things like, you know, how do you assess therapy? You know,
Yeah.
How do you make that assessment?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I guess going back to in terms of like my kind of favourite form of therapy, one part of it that I do really enjoy doing is group kind of workshops and things that we deliver within our service. So, you know, when we say a group therapy, it's not kind of, you don't have to sit and share your problems with everybody, but it's about learning, you know, those skills and strategies within that group setting where you can share experiences if you feel comfortable doing that. And often people find that they meet people that, you know, that get it and understand what they're going through, and it can feel like you're less sort of on your own, I guess, can't it, with experiencing it. So that's one of the forms of therapy that we offer that I think I do really enjoy. And it's nice to see people do that, because a lot of people think at first that maybe, they might kind of find the idea of a group therapy a little bit intimidating or anxiety provoking, but actually a lot of people come to the end of it and give really positive feedback and say that they really actually enjoyed it more than they expected. So yeah, that's one that
And
I
it's
do
about
particularly
agreeing
enjoy.
goals together, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, and learning those techniques.
Yeah. I think that having the variety is quite an enjoyable thing, because we do offer a different kind of range, don't we? So there is the workshops, and then we do an online therapy as well, where you kind of message your therapist and get messages back, and that seems to work really well, doesn't it? And then we do get the one-to-one sessions too.
Face-to-face.
Yeah, absolutely. So having that bit of variety, I think, is quite
What
enjoyable.
about over the phone?
Yeah, we do.
Yes.
Yeah, because a lot of people, like Oldham's quite large, isn't it? A lot of
Yes.
people can't come in, so we're based on Union Street, and there are lots of GP practices around, but a lot of people can't travel in, or like physical health-wise can't travel in.
Video appointments, do you do that?
We do,
Yeah, we
yeah.
offer video
Because that
appointments
is
as well.
the
Yeah.
in thing nowadays. Makes life easier.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think, like Bea was saying, sometimes people can't always travel in, but they still would like to see who they're talking to
Sure.
and have that kind of relationship with the therapist a bit more than talking on the phone. So I think a video appointment is a nice in between, isn't it, where you can get that.
So in terms of accessing the support that you offer, how do we get in contact with you about that?
So in terms of who can access it, I guess it would be anybody over the age of 16 who either lives in Oldham or has a GP in Oldham, or both. In terms of how they access the support, we accept self-referrals, which can be done either over the telephone, or you can go onto our website. So if you just Google Oldham Talking Therapies, it'll bring up our website, and there's a referral section on there where you can fill in some details about yourself, and then we'll get in touch, kind of
And of course
following
you
that.
mentioned GP and any other healthcare professional.
Any other
Absolutely.
professionals, can refer as well on their behalf. So if people feel more comfortable talking to their GP about it first, the GP can make a referral for them as well.
Do you tend to say it's
Other
quite
options.
quicker, isn't it? Sometimes just self-referring, so rather than kind of waiting for your GP appointment and then waiting for them to make that referral, it's sometimes easier just to
Come to
Yeah.
us directly.
Yeah,
yeah.
sometimes.
Where are you based?
Union Street, so just near Sainsbury's on the same road. And to be fair, people can refer that way too. We've had people just come to the door before and
Right.
give a referral in. But yeah, we don't always have all our appointments there. So
Yeah.
like I say, we're across lots of GP surgeries in the area too.
So what sort of problems do you normally get in, what should I say, typically sport?
Yeah, things that we typically tend to spot though would be things like low mood. We call them anxiety problems, but it could be a range of things. So I don't know if you've heard of phrases like OCD, or like social anxiety, health anxiety, body dysmorphia, things like that that fit within that anxiety,
Could be
presentation,
depression,
trauma.
panic and things like
Yeah, absolutely. Sleep problems quite a big one. So yeah, we see a range of different things, and hopefully support people with.
And so, in terms of the emotional long-term needs, how do you actually support that?
Yeah, so that would be with the therapy. So did you want to talk a little bit about the assessment? Because that's kind of what we use then to guide how to support.
Actually,
people.
that was my next question.
Okay.
It's fine. You've seen my questions. So basically, the assessment procedure, when
Yes.
somebody contacts you, what is the procedure they go through?
Yeah, so once they've first referred themselves into the service, we usually start by sending them a little bit of information, giving them a bit of information about what the service can offer them, just so people can understand a little bit more maybe about what kind of thing they would like in terms of support or what to expect from the options that we offer. Once we've done that, we invite them to a one-to-one initial assessment, which is usually done over the telephone. And they have an hour kind of appointment. And in that appointment, we just explore a little bit more about what's going on for them. We complete a couple of different questionnaires and things like that with them, and then obviously have a bit of a conversation about what it is that they'd like to get out of therapy. And then at that appointment at the end, we'll kind of have a bit of a discussion maybe about what we think would be best. And it's sort of a mutual decision, I guess, is it, between us and the person, because we want their thoughts on what they think would suit them as well as what we think would that we'd recommend for them as well.
And that is same time to their goals as well, of what their expectations are and what they want to work on.
People always want to know, is it going to help me? So do you think does therapy help?
Yeah, so everything we do and every therapy we offer, so all our clinicians are trained, we have to be, registered with certain bodies in order to work. And everything we do is evidence-based. I don't know if you've heard of things like the NICE guidelines. That is nationally what all therapists would use to work out what we should be offering people.
But
to what level.
this is research-based, it's not just,
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, all of the
from-
strategies have been researched and tried
Absolutely.
and tested, and there's a lot of evidence, isn't there, to suggest that that they really work.
So that guides a lot of our decisions then about what we're offering and who we support.
and it's about developing individual skills to manage themselves, because that's the end goal, isn't it? How they
Absolutely.
can manage themselves.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Absolutely.
In terms of, the accessing support is concerned, you mentioned that you're on Union Street.
Yeah.
What other ways can they actually contact you?
Yeah, so directly we buy phone. So on our website, it's got our phone details, because a lot of people aren't necessarily tech savvy or haven't got the money for tech or website. So if you want to ring us, absolutely, that's okay to do. For anyone watching, it's 0161 716 2777.
We will have your number and contact.
Oh,
at the
brilliant.
bottom.
Excellent.
Otherwise, a lot of people do just go onto our website, if you
Yes.
can do. So I know you mentioned we're part of Pennine Care Trust, and they have so much information on their website, and then follows across to the different boroughs that they have within, so including ours, with more
Shall I
information.
tell you a secret? I used to be a governor for Pennine. I enjoyed it.
Good
Lots
time,
of
I hope.
learning. And you do fantastic.
Yeah. Oh,
Anything you would like to add that we possibly have missed?
I think maybe something that's important to say as well about access and support is that we do also use interpreters as well within the service. So if anyone was wanting to access the service who, you don't have to be an English speaker, we do use interpreters, and that's the case for, telephone appointments, video appointments, face-to-face, however you want to access the therapy, we can source interpreters as well in all those different kind of types of therapy.
And do you get lots of people from the diverse communities, particularly the Asian communities, who need that kind of support?
Yeah, we do. We'd love to see more though. Like I say, there's a big stigma still, isn't there,
Okay.
around that. So I absolutely would love to see more, but yeah, we do tend to. Oldham being quite a diverse population.
And I'm sure you do go out to the community in your remote sector. How do you actually approach organisations to do the good work that you do?
So
What
sometimes
kind of things do you do?
sometimes we go along to different groups and different events, don't we, that
Events,
are going on
yeah.
within the area, and advertise our services that way, and then that's also a good opportunity for us to meet other services as well, that are offering support in the area as well. So we do work closely with those, but we're always trying to get our name out there a little bit more, doing things like this where we can share.
Because it's everybody's issue, isn't it?
Yeah.
We all have to work together on it.
Absolutely.
And we have an event coming up on the 6th of August,
Yes.
so you are most welcome to join us with that. And we get a lot of people, and support from the council. action together, etc. And
Oh,
of
that
course
sounds
the
good.
services, they connect and do the networking just to get our message out.
Yeah.
So what do you think about our setup here, CWTC?
Love it.
It's really great,
I
yeah.
don't think we knew what to expect, but
No.
yeah, it's very good.
Yeah, it's lovely.
Well, thank you so much for coming, and it's been great. I learned a lot of things, and I'm sure we will get the message out there, and people who are also watching as well. They will, contact you and get the support that they need.
Oh.
Thank you so much. So thank you very much for watching. It's been a great morning. Lots of information here. Please do get in contact with Rabiya and Abi, who will give you all the support that you need, and we will see you very soon. Take care. God bless.